All right, hello everyone. My name is Zach. Welcome to another video. And with Raytha, we just released version 1.5.0, and that's an exciting release because it comes with a visual drag and drop page builder. And so in this video, we're going to do a full introduction into how that page builder works and what you can do with it and where we go from here. You can easily deploy Raytha in one click on Railway. So just go to our GitHub repo, click deploy on Railway, and in a few minutes you will have spun up Raytha. So we're gonna head over to a site that we did just spin up a few moments ago. So here's our URL. We'll shut this down after the video, obviously. But when you spin up a brand new Raytha site, we have actually a fresh theme with 1.5. So this is what you can see on your default homepage when you load up a brand new Raytha site. And you can click around. We got the brand new about page, which is nice because it comes with all the elements just showing so you can see to make sure it looks good. And we have a sidebar where you can click recent posts, where you can just click posts up here. So all this is completely configurable, and we'll show you how this works. So we're going to hop into the admin panel, and the new concept in 1.5 is the site pages. So you click on site pages, and we just give you two, but you can delete them or create your own. And we'll check out the homepage first. So we click on the homepage, and here are just some general settings, but you can definitely just go over to the layout. So here is our layout, and this is using the, which one is it using? It's using the homepage template. Simple enough. there you go. So it's using the homepage template, and the homepage template comes with various sections. So if we go, we can see, okay, these are the different sections, and we have a hero, we have this section here, we have this latest post, which is pulling from the content items, and you can click view all posts and see that. And then a call to action at the bottom. So here are the different sections, and you are good to go on that. Now you can modify the content of each of the widgets that were added for you, and you can add your own widgets. So if we want to change, for example, this content list, which is pulling 3 posts here, we can click edit on this widget, and we have a whole bunch of settings. I'm not going to go into all the settings for each of these widgets at this time, but you have a lot of flexibility. I'll just change this one from cards to list and click save. Let's preview the change, and now it's a list. So let me discard that change and just go back. Okay, it's back to being cards. So each of the widgets have their own settings. And in the future, we're going to allow you to create your own custom widgets. So you can define what should appear here along with how they can be. All right, now if we hop over to the About page, you'll see it's using a different template. It's just got a main section and a sidebar section. You'll see the sidebar has that card. So if we click edit on this, it's got the just like call to action basically to go to the admin site. And then same thing with that content list, except it's showing in compact mode. So it's the same thing, and it's showing a different number of items. You have all sorts of filtering, so you get all the filtering abilities, sorting abilities that you can override, you can pull from a view. So you get all the stuff that you're used to using with Raytha already. It's just built into this widget form. But let's play around a little bit. Let's say we want to, I don't know, let's make that half the page, and let's add an image and a text. So let me shrink that down, and let's put it over here. So we'll add that, and then let's upload an image. Let's just upload a balloon. And we'll just say, what do you think about balloons? Balloons are great. I love balloons. All right, we'll just leave that off. Let's click save. I don't know what it's going to look like. But now you have it's taking up half here, and the other half has an image and the headline just like that. But okay, yeah, you know what? I don't really like that, so why don't I just make that full width again and then put that there. Let's clone that. Let's do that there. Let's go here. Let's change the image on this one to the right side. Let's click save. Let's preview it. So now this takes up the full width of this left section again. We scroll to the bottom, and now we actually have the image on the left here, and the other one we changed to the right. So you basically have the full ability to completely customize the page builder. And here's an FAQ. So say, what is your first question? This is my first answer. I'll just put one in there. All right, let's preview it. So scroll down, and now we got the FAQ, and you can add obviously more. Okay, so you're probably thinking, wow, this is pretty cool. You can design your own pages with widgets and different calls to action. So we put another card over here. Let's just do a quick card here. Another card. Do something like that. Let's say no call to action. I don't know what it's going to look like. There's really nothing there. Should we fill it out some more? I guess I just left it empty. All right, let's try now. There we go. Maybe you want to put like an advertisement or something in there. So we obviously have a bunch of stuff. This is a good starting point for Raytha's 1.5.0. We'll definitely expand this out and look forward to your feedback. So all sorts of great stuff. So you might be thinking, all right, why am I locked in to this look and feel? This is the default Raytha theme. Obviously you want to build your own themes. No. So if we head back over here, you just saw me design a full-on page, and each of these widgets has configurable options. However, if we go over to themes, this is where you're used to building your templates. We now have widget templates. And so you can go into the widgets and edit the liquid syntax for how that widget should render. And so that is basically giving you free reign for how you pull that information from each of the widgets. And you get your documentation here, so you can just see what options are available for doing what you do. And obviously we give you these sensible defaults. You get revisions on your widgets. So let's go back a step. Okay, but how do you define those sections? So you go to the sections, and let me just search for page. So here were those pages. This is the one with the sidebar. I think this is the one that the about page is using. And you see we got some documentation here for usage, where you can render a section like this. And we'll have more documentation on this on our website. But you define the sections by saying render section. And this will tell the site page builder what areas you can add widgets to. Okay, you might be thinking, well, what happens if I added some widgets to a section and then I change the template and that section doesn't exist anymore? Okay, let me just say sidebar 2, because it was called sidebar. Let me click page, save on that. So the first thing I'm going to do is refresh this page. I'm expecting this to not appear anymore because the widgets were not added to sidebar 2, they were added to sidebar. That's okay, because if we go back to site pages, and let's go back to our about page layout, these aren't going to show anymore because that section doesn't exist. So you should move them to a section that does exist. All right, so we'll go back in here, let's save and publish, and we're good to go. So I hope that you guys make great use of this and you find this super useful. Obviously in the future we can add more widgets and then give you the ability to add your own. So create your own custom widgets. which will give you full power of the page builder. All right, stay tuned for the next video, and there's more to come. Thank you.